Welcome to Cooking with Bae. I'm your host, Lindsay, also known as Animal-Based Bae. So, what's cooking today? Chicken nuggets with dipping sauce. So, this is a healthier alternative than any fast food place that is dripping in seed oils and high fructose corn syrup. You can turn to a healthier option with simple ingredients, and it's easy to make. So, we have these gorgeous chicken nuggets made out of chicken, and I'll go through all of the ingredients, but this has a nice citrusy sort of mayo dipping sauce. Let's go through the ingredients. Here's what you'll need. You will need about a pound of ground chicken. Of course, you can get any other chicken, whether it be a whole chicken or chicken leg quarters, and peel it apart and shred it and use a food processor to do that. But I just, for convenience sake, use ground chicken. Also, some eggs. You'll need 1 egg for this recipe. You'll also need a half a cup of yogurt and half a lemon, fresh lemon juice. You'll also need a cup of Parmesan cheese I use, but you can pick any cheese that you want, maybe cheddar cheese, that's up to you. And about maybe a half a cup of pork rinds, and that will be crushed. So I prefer to use a food processor to really get it super down to just a really small crumble. However, you can definitely hammer it or crush it how you like. So. And if you're loving these recipes, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell. That way you can get notified when the next recipe drops and any other promotional exciting offers for you. Okay, let's dive into the prep work now. So we will take our 1 pound of ground chicken and plop it in our bigger bowl. So we'll do that, and then we're gonna wash our hands. Then we will go ahead and shred our cheese. Again, you can pick a cheese that you like. I prefer Parmesan Reggiano. Cheddar would be the next pick for me too, but it was really hard to find a raw cheddar and one that I really liked. A lot of things in the store include a little bit more than cheese, and I'm not a fan, so. This is why I like to just Parmesan Reggiano in the block and not already grated, because sometimes the ones that are already grated also might add things like cellulose or sometimes even wood chips. Yeah, it's a little scary. So I'm going to shred 1 cup of Parmesan Reggiano. This is why it's really important to source quality chicken that's fed a species-appropriate diet, so that means no corn, no soy. Typically, getting it from, pastured birds, regenerative farm would be really wonderful, and I'll tell you guys where I get this chicken in a minute, but a lot of chicken on the market is just, it's really not good. Again, it's fed corn and soy, which translates to human health, and also a lot of big industry names tend to dunk their chicken in bleach or other chemicals before packaging it. So it's a little scary, so I'll tell you where I source this in a bit. But we're gonna move on to our pork rinds. So what I like to do after putting about a cup of Parmesan cheese in with your chicken mix, I'm going to take my pork rinds and I'm actually gonna put it in a food processor because I really want it to get into just really small and ground up. Of course, you can take it and you can smash it too. It's all sort of the same. But I'm gonna go ahead and take about half a cup of these pork rinds and toss it in the food processor. Cool, so I'll add the pork rinds to the food processor. Put this in. Just as a little less labor when you toss it in here, and off we go. So that's nice. It gives you a nice consistency where you can kind of evenly coat your chicken with it. There's a little guy in there. So this is what the pork rinds look like after in the food processor, so kind of nice and fluffy evenly, so it just coats the chicken nice. Then I will take my measuring cup and take about half a cup of these pork rinds like so. And I'm going to drop it in the bowl. Half a cup there. Then you'll take about half a teaspoon of microplastic-free salt, if you'd like. That's right, and this is low in heavy metals. Hard to find, but quality source is something that I'm really passionate about. So you want to start your oven, bake it at 375 while you prep your chicken. So now I'll take an egg and I will crack an egg yolk, well, the whole egg rather, in the bowl. Put that to the side there. So after you crack the egg in here, now you use your hands and you mix it. So here we go. Fold all those yummy ingredients in with the chicken really nicely and evenly. So the pork rinds give it a little bit of a nice crunch, and so does the cheese as well when you bake it, when you cook it, so you can get kind of like a nicer, crispier version. So as I mentioned, sourcing chicken is really important to me, especially because most of the chicken is not really well sourced, and like I said, it translates to human health. Lots of, fat in chicken can have high linoleic acid content, which doesn't really translate well for human health. And so essentially I source this chicken from regenerative farms, such as this one is particularly Force of Nature. So they do a really awesome job with raising their chickens over there. So that I'm excited about. I believe Tyson had a large recall last year of, and they had a recall of 9 million chickens because they're doing 10,000 processing batches of chicken, which in that case, this is why they bleach and they use chemicals, because there's obviously processing that much chicken can cause a lot of contamination or bacteria or illnesses and things like that. So they make sure to sanitize the chicken before it gets packaged. And I don't like that in my food. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna start making our chicken nuggets. I'm actually gonna make that a little bit smaller, make it a little bit evenly, start forming our little chicken nuggets, and then we'll go ahead and place them in the baking sheet over here. So recently I also did a fast food reel on the comparison of a burger, and you can check my burgers and fries YouTube episode as well, where I recreate that. And I actually went to fast food place and got burgers and fries, and the amount of time it took as well as the cost were virtually the same. Yet I am using super high quality ingredients, way better for your health than the lowest of the low from any fast food place. So with that being said, I haven't done it with the chicken nuggets yet. However, I imagine it's the same. But I do want to mention that chicken can get pricey if you purchase the cuts, such as like chicken breast or things like that. So if you purchase whole chickens or you purchase leg quarters or anything like that, that will be more cost effective. So if that's your priority, great. But if convenience and, convenience is your priority, then ground chicken is a great go-to. So if you were to get the whole chicken, then I'd just pull it apart, shred it, maybe put it in a food processor and kind of do the same that you would with ground chicken. So once you've set them in your baking dish, you can go ahead and plop them in the oven for 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. That's all it takes. And then you'll have chicken nuggets ready in that time. Though I will show you a little trick that I do at the end to make them a little more crispy. So let's go ahead and continue on. We're gonna make the sauce. We will need 1 egg yolk. So I'm going to crack the egg in here and separate the yolk from the white. And we'll actually go ahead and knead our other bowl, plop it in there. Then you'll need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, plop it in there. Then you will need a 1/2 cup of yogurt. So this yogurt, I absolutely love this brand. This is A2 yogurt. This will make your sauce a little bit more runny, which I'm okay with, but if you want it a little thicker, I'd recommend something like a Greek yogurt or something that you, any other yogurt that is one of your favorite that has that thicker consistency. So go ahead and drop a half a cup of yogurt in that mixing bowl here. Then we're going to squeeze our half lemon, okay? And of course you can squeeze it by hand, or you can use anything else, any other tool in the kitchen that does the job. I just love this, especially for my fresh squeezed orange juice sometimes in the morning. Okay, and then you'll add the juice of half a lemon. Okay, then also forgot to add this to the weapons. You will need a whisk. You can also use a spoon too, but whisks are fun. Okay, we're gonna mix our sauce right up. Almost looks like one of those honey mustard sauces that you would typically get at a fast food place, but it's not. It's a nice citrusy with lemon, yogurt. It's kind of more like a mayo, the egg yolk, that color's nice. Of course, you could actually add honey too if you wanted that sort of sweet flavor as well. Okay, I'm gonna pour this in our little serving bowl here. Okay. It's pretty good. Okay, so 20 minutes is up. I'm gonna go ahead and take these little chicken bites out, and I'll actually flip them. So, like so. So these chicken nuggets are pretty much done. So what I will do is I'm flipping them now, and then I'm going to turn my oven on broil. So when that happens, I'll put it on for 2 minutes. That way it can make them a little bit more crispy. Okay, so then I'll put it on broil and I'll put it on high. And then I'll start my timer for 2 minutes right now, because if you have ever used a broiler, sometimes it can escalate really quickly. So we'll start with 2 minutes. Okay, I see they're not exactly as crisp as I want them, so I'm gonna go ahead and add another 2 minutes on the broil on high. All right, it is ready to go. So we're gonna pop these. Look at these golden chicken nuggets. Amazing. They're perfectly golden and crispy. So now we're gonna go ahead and plate them and make a nice little presentation out of them with our sauce in the middle. And that's it. Chicken nuggets, animal-based chicken nuggets that everybody can enjoy, the whole family, your kids, your partner, you even, and also your loved ones, your furry friends. So she's gonna get some chicken nuggets, I'm gonna get some chicken nuggets, and this is, like I said, a great way to substitute for a healthier alternative than any fast food. So let's see what you think of these chicken nuggets, my dear. Yummy. So these have chicken, eggs, pork rinds, as well as the mayo sauce has a bit of lemon and an egg yolk in there and some salt too as well. And then also, I forgot to mention that the chicken bites have Parmesan cheese too. So super yummy, you get a nice little crisp and you won't miss out on the chicken nuggets. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell down below so you can get notified of the next recipe drop. I'm gonna go ahead and enjoy this classic chicken nugget recipe.